Hey everybody, and happy Christmas Eve. What are you most excited about for tomorrow? Is there anything that you've been really looking forward to about Christmas Day? Maybe there's something special that you could share right now in the chat. I don't know about you, but every Christmas Eve, I'm filled with this deep sense of excitement and anticipation because tomorrow is Christmas and it's exciting. But I want to ask you to think with me for a minute about a different kind of Christmas Eve. A Christmas Eve where no one knew that the next day would be Christmas. What? I'm talking about the very first Christmas Eve, the night before Jesus was born. All Advent season long in Old Town Kids, we've been looking at the important people in the very first Christmas. So, way back the first week in Advent, we talked about the prophets. And remember, the prophets, long ago, long before even Jesus was born, the prophets told the people of Israel that God was going to send a Messiah, a Savior. But the prophets didn't say exactly when this would happen, so people couldn't have a date circled on their calendar. They couldn't cross off the dates and count down. They didn't know, right? And then the next week, we looked at Mary and Joseph and their road trip to Bethlehem. How do you think they were feeling on Christmas Eve? They've just arrived in Bethlehem after a long journey. Maybe they're tired, weary. Maybe they're happy to have finally made it to their destination, but maybe they're frustrated too because there's no place for them to stay, right? There's no room in the inns, right? Maybe they're trying not to fight with one another. Oh, Joseph, I thought you were making the reservation. No, Mary, you said you would make the reservation. I'm just kidding. But maybe they were trying not to get angry or upset because they were going to have to sleep in a stable, a barn. Maybe too, remember, Mary's about to have a baby. Maybe her body is feeling sore and maybe she's scared. She's about to be a mom. Maybe she didn't plan on giving birth surrounded by animals in a barn. So maybe that's how they're feeling on Christmas Eve. And then the third week we have the shepherds, right? The shepherds are doing their job in the field, camping. Maybe they're tired of sleeping on the ground, wishing for a home-cooked meal, wishing they could be at home with the people they love. Maybe they're cold, but it's just a regular night of work. They don't know it's Christmas Eve. And then we have the wise men who we looked at this past Sunday, and until they see that special star in the sky, until they see it, they don't know that something amazing and incredible is just about to happen. It's just a regular day. And so I ask you to think about this first Christmas Eve, not because it's like today's Christmas Eve, because today, Christmas Eve, we know that tomorrow is Christmas. Tomorrow we celebrate the birth of our Messiah, Jesus. But on that first Christmas Eve, they didn't know. They didn't know what God was about to do. But God knew. And I ask you to think about this because I think sometimes we might feel a little bit like they all did on that first Christmas Eve. Weary, tired, sad, frustrated, disappointed that the world isn't the way we want it to be, disappointed that our personal situation doesn't look the way we'd hoped. But the very first Christmas Eve reminds us that there is still hope. They didn't know what God was about to do, and neither right now do we. But what we do know is that on that very first Christmas, God sent love into the world in the form of Jesus. Love made human, God's love made human. And because of Jesus, that day, that very first Christmas, but also today, and also tomorrow, and also next year, and every day forever, we have the hope of Jesus. And that is the good news of Christmas. And we can celebrate that tonight, but we can celebrate it every day, all year long. The good news of Jesus at Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Wishing you hope this Christmas season. Bye now.